I'm Professor Gillian Wigglesworth from the University of Melbourne, and I'm a Chief Investigator on the Centre of Excellence for the Dynamics of Language. I have a number of projects that I'm working on, and the commonality across the projects is that they're all related to Indigenous children who live in very remote areas in Australia and on the whole don't speak English as their first language. So there's an enormous amount of research that's been done on bilingualism and children going to school and whether they learn better in their first or second language. And clearly they learn better in their first language. So we are recording children in years 1, 3 and 5 in primary school. We put little lapel microphones on the children, and then they have a little backpack that's got an audio recorder in it. And we record the children for an hour in the classroom and for an hour in the playground. And what we're interested in looking at is the difference in the language use of the children in the classroom, which is usually an English-only classroom, and the language of the children in the playground, where what we see is that these children are enormously linguistically competent, and they speak multiple languages and have the ability to change really easily from one language to another. So, for example, from standard English that they might speak to their teacher, to their local Indigenous language that they might speak to their friend or cousin, to a Creole language that they might speak to another child who comes from a different Indigenous language background. So one of the things that we want to do with this is to build on bits of the children's language and encourage them to use their first languages in the classroom rather than adopting this, it's entirely in English and you must only speak English in the classroom. The benefits are that they end up with 2 languages that they speak, and if you think about it, they're not living in a community where English is spoken routinely in the community. So I like to think about this more as a foreign language environment than as a second language environment. And I think, you know, the kids would really benefit from having more access to their first language, and also from having their teachers have awareness of their first language, even if they're not actually actively teaching it in the classroom, but they can be bringing it into the classroom and valuing that language for them in the classroom.